Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today, I want to come to you and bring you a topic that's taking the internet by storm. Eboni K Williams is a lawyer and a social media influencer. She's had many viral moments overall as she has spoken about the topic of relationships. This particular time, she's speaking about a topic in terms of where she is currently in her life. So she's in her late 30s, early 40s, and she's talking about dating right now in the current market. And she goes on to express to young ladies that, kind of as a reflection to her, that you should consider getting married at an earlier age. I'm going to play the video clip here. We'll watch that, come back, and talk about it afterwards.
It's about women in the pursuit of degrees, and she says that the women that are in the pursuit of degrees should also be in pursuit of wedding rings if that is what they choose. Let's take a listen to the audio.
The reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year. No matter how good we look, no matter how fit we are, men are still seeing primarily our presumed dwindling fertility as a knock against us. So here's my advice. If you are a young black woman in college and you know in your heart and in your head that you want to prioritize family, I suggest that you simultaneously pursue that MRS degree right along with that BA or JD. Because a handful of black college-age men that actually do desire to get married soon, and they do share that value system, and family is a priority for them too. Y'all, that is an incredibly small pool, and it's shrinking as you get older. And by the time you reach my age, 40, you will be faced with different choices relating to life partnership and motherhood.
All right, perfect. So you see there that the her thoughts on that particular option, and it makes a lot of sense, right? So most people, myself included, my wife and I, we met when I was 20 years old. She was 19, freshman in college, and we've been together for 14 years now, just about. And it's a learning process for the most part because you're looking for someone who you can build with. A lot of times, as a young man, I can only speak for the young men right now, right? So I think one of the worst things that we see, and we get to watch professional athletes, we get to watch the divorces that happen, and a lot of times it affects us. Right now, we live in a society where 70% of young children are born into single-parent households. So we grow up being inflicted with that feeling of of helplessness, type of where you don't see strong relationships on a consistent basis. You don't see a man being married to a woman for 30 years or 40 years. And when that gets amplified when we watch, professional athletes or things like that. And you watch them get taken for money, and you watch them, end up giving up half of what they earned. And many times, many people are looking like, you know what, it doesn't make sense for me to go out to make a lot of money and then to have to figure out if I can trust this person. So a lot of times for us as young people, we're looking for someone who can be with us through the struggle, who could be with us through the grind. And it's awkward because the timeline for young men and for young women are generally different. When you're 18 or 19-year-old young men, you don't have any money. That's generally going to be the least attractive you're going to be to the market. For young ladies, that's generally going to be a great time for them. They're going to be young in their youthful years. They're going to be, getting the attention of men of all age spectrums. And many times people are looking for someone who they can build with, that they can grow with, that might not have some other, other experiences overall. So they're looking for someone who they can have of their own. So with that, the speaker talked about how it's important while you're seeking your bachelor's degrees, you should also be seeking your MRS, your missus, your ring as well. And it makes a lot of sense, because I think a lot of people have come through this time right now, and they've seen the movement of how all of the talk was about being single and enjoying your life. But many of those people now are entering their late 30s and are entering their late 40s. And they're coming down to a reflection on what is it that they've done over the last 15 years or 20 years. They've made a lot of money. They've been able to do a lot of great things. And they're asking themselves whether or not was the right move overall for them. She's speaking about how that, the decisions in terms of children are being affected by this and who it is that you will marry. Generally, what's going to happen is, again, the group of men that you would generally select from by the time they're 26 or 27 years old, they're finding their wives. So whoever it is that is left over, that if you're looking for someone who is, he has a bachelor's degree, he has his money together, he's all of these different things. It's already a limited pool, and by the time you turn 26 or 27 and you begin looking for someone, many of those people have already found someone that they're willing to spend the rest of their lives with. And now you're in your 30s, you're trying to find mix and match opportunities with different people, and situations are just different. So I think overall, this is an opportunity for us to look back on this. I'm myself am a Christian, and I look at things from a biblical perspective on many different subjects, and just ask myself, what does the Bible say about this? The Bible talks about in Ecclesiastes, it say we should be married to the wife of our youth. We should enjoy her all the days of our life. There is something to be said about just being able to go through something with someone, whether it's your friends, whether it's you're in a relationship. When you have an experience with someone and it dates back a long time, there is a connection there that goes beyond a physical attraction. And this is something that right now that many people are considering. So for those of you in this Gen Z, who are in your teens or early 20s, consider just this particular topic. Don't be so taken away by the headlines, but just consider it is better for you to build something with someone, just like a house, right? You buy a house, at a lower range, you hold on to it, you fix it up, and then the equity in that particular thing becomes great. You end up taking that equity with you, and you're able to get into something magnificent, with your husband, with your wife. And so in the same way is it with marriage, is that this is an opportunity. It's a sanctity before God. It's an opportunity for us to grow and to learn more about what is it that he thinks of us, and be able to share our love and pass that down to a next generation, to be able to teach someone about what is possible here on this earth. We who have children, you get to see it is not easy, and you see a lot of these young kids who are having children by themselves. It's a difficult process, and every single day that we have watched our children grow, I'm like, there's no way, I would really struggle without my wife, in some of these moments. And for young women, coming out of labor and being able to have a crying child, to be dealing with the pains of giving birth, it's just not easy. So, what are your thoughts on this? Please comment below. Do you think that Eboni K Williams was right in her approach? Do you think that people should look to get married at a younger age? Or is your opinion that you should be living your life however you want to? Please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining, and have a good day.